What's up, guys, and welcome. I am your Bearded Dynamo, and today is part 1 of our new Let's Play series. That's right, guys, we've got Godfall, now we've got Skyward Sword HD on the Nintendo Switch. Check it out. Welcome back, guys. Like I said, today we are doing Skyward Sword HD as the newest addition to our Let's Play series. Now, I am super excited to play this with you guys, and I really hope that you guys are excited to watch. We do have a brief spoiler warning countdown coming, just in case you clicked this by accident. Now, if you didn't, our clip and our Let's Play will begin right after that countdown. So without any further ado, again, I am your Bearded Dynamo, and let's play. Alright, guys, and welcome to part 1 of the Skyward Sword HD Let's Play with your Bearded Dynamo. Now, I just want everyone to know, instead of using the motion controls, I am using the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Makes it just a little bit easier. Now, again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below. We're just getting started, but I figured I'd throw it in there before we got started. Anybody who watches the video, subs, new people, in the comments down below, the million-dollar question right now is, what is your favorite Zelda game? I've been waiting on this one for 10 years. I played the original, loved it. Played through this one, loved it. The subtle changes, with the new version of the game are just really cool. The 60 frames per second, amazing. So I really hope that you guys enjoy as much as I do. Oh, getting comfy here. Now, just like with my previous Let's Play series, the first one, the Godfall series, which is not complete yet. So if you want to see some of the PS5 pump, I've got that as well. But what I do is I have recording software here in front of me, and I've also got a high-def screen off to the side. So if you see me peter off this way, don't worry. I'm still here. I'm just also playing on the bigger screen, and that's for any number of things. Usually it's just little nuances and things are a little bit easier to see. But we are going to see where Zelda began a number of years after it already happened. So, like I said in my review video, we do have 30 additional frames per second. The original game played at 30. If you were lucky, this one plays at 60, so just a much smoother game all the way around. I don't have the amiibo. I did get the Joy-Cons though, which is really cool. Master Sword purple on one side and Hylian Shield blue on the other, which is really cool. So we're gonna be doing everything from the very beginning, as though I'd never touched the game before. So I've got that set up and ready to go. And I gotta tell you guys, this game, playing through Breath of the Wild and wondering, where we would be without this. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Link Between Worlds, both versions of our good old, Link's Awakening originally and the new one. Just such an amazing thing. So let's take a look at 60 frames. Now, I've never been able to 100% complete, you know, get all the gizmos and gadgets and all the fun extras, all the hearts. But I will tell you guys that I have played and loved every minute while I was doing it. So we're going to try. We're going to try to do as many things as we can do. I'm going to try to primarily focus on item upgrades, you know, collecting materials as we go, as well as one of the cool turn-in quests from this particular game, which are gratitude crystals. Luckily, I can talk about all this stuff because you guys already got your spoiler warning. So, let's just kick back. Oh, yeah. We're going to kick back just like this, and we're going to go ahead, you know, and check out Skyloft, home of Link, Zelda, everybody's favorite bad guy, Groose, you know, as well as just a wide variety of unusual characters. Now, if you remember Twilight Princess, some of the characters are actually really, really similar. However, Twilight Princess was a very, very dark story, whereas this one, despite being very dark in the storytelling, the story itself is artistically done with this phenomenal brightness. A couple other big features is when characters identify themselves and speak, their name appears above their text box. We do have the option of speeding text boxes. We also have the option of skipping cinematics, which we're not going to do. And I can't tell you how many episodes we're going to have, but we're essentially going to try to deviate for specifics. So, let's enjoy. Yeah, you guys can see that this whoever's talking now, you know, the character talking, there's no identification to who it is. Now, like I said, once they identify, then it'll pop up. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, guys. This stuff's always fun to me. I love it. You know, every game has always had some level of humor content. And this one is no different. Absolutely no different at all. It has a lot of the exact same, just comical humor. So I'm really glad to see it kind of wrapped up in here. So we're not going to speed through anything, and I'm going to give you guys a minute to kind of read through everything. I could read it all to you, but I think I'll give you guys a chance to just read it on your own. So we got a letter from Zelda. She basically said, wake the heck up and get to work because you're lazy and you have to win the wing ceremony competition. So we're going to exit the room. And so with the controller, you have to push the L button and then you can basically move the camera around, which is really cool. The free camera is a fairly new feature. Left trigger zooms your camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make our way. Oh, we're in trouble. Ah, locked door. Yep. So he's telling us that the door upstairs is locked. It's a lot easier to get through this door. So let's head out into Skyloft, guys. Let's head out into the world and see what we got going on. Another fun fact is anybody who's played the game, there is a character who acts sort of tutorial-esque. That character used to jump in every 2 minutes and say, "Did you know? Did you know? Did you know?" Kind of like Navi for the 64. But they did remove that. she's not as not as obnoxiously in your face.
No.
All right, and we're learning, just like in Ocarina of Time, the target chat. All right, and it looks like I've been unintentionally pushing the button and speeding along some of our dialogue options as well, so I apologize. I will make sure my thumb is up and not pushing my button. Let's see, make a jump and climb. Okay. While moving, hold B to dash. And just like in Breath of the Wild, stamina. This game does introduce stamina, which is fantastic.
No.
So this guy is essentially the big guy's pet sitter, and apparently he has lost the pet. Leave it to this guy. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and say sure, we'll help you out. It's the Link thing to do. Alright, and let's see, we've got, got some vines there we can climb up, which is awesome. Alright. Alright, so we get to jump in pretty quickly. A will leap and utilize and use up some of your stamina. So we've got ledge climbing, we've got jumping, and then here we've got vine climbing. You know, some sort of mystical target there, which we'll get into in a few episodes down the line. And of course, just like any other Zelda game, I need to get up higher, so I push a block. And there it is. It's like a raccoon, cat, bunny, koala creature. It's actually really gosh darn cute. So one of the cool features is that the thumbstick that most people would use as a camera stick, when we hit that L button, when we hit L and move it around, it is your camera. When you're not pushing L, it's actually throw, and with bombs, I believe it is down for rolling. So we're going to go ahead and hop. Yay, there you go. We just saved the weird cat, bear, koala, raccoon creature. Because we're the best. Don't let anybody tell you differently. If you're Link, you're the best. Alright. And of course, we got the letter, Zelda's waiting for us. But we stopped to help somebody. So we still have to... We've still got to do our thing. But hey, $20. Risk life and limb, potentially break your neck. But oh golly gee, $20. Okay. Alright. These are our save points. These are our bird statues. Once we progress a little bit further in the story, I'll kind of point out a little bit more about those. Stamina fruit. Replenishes the stamina gauge. Alright, run. Use up some stamina. Stamina fruit! Alright. And so we decided to go ahead and be the good guy. And keep our very important meeting with Zelda. She's been waiting on us. And, you know, I know everybody likes to, you know, berate a lot of these games, you know, if the trees don't look perfect, or, you know, the rocks don't look perfect, or any of that stuff. But I gotta tell you guys, this is a 10-year-old Wii game. You know, and if I had the 10-year-old Wii game, I would probably compare side by side so you guys can see the 30 to 60. Light visual changes. It's like the game itself is smoother. Expressions seem to be cleaner. So, you know, I'm really excited to play it again. Since I've already played it once. And who knows, if Let's Play Skyward Sword HD goes really well, and you guys are interested, we can always jump into Let's Play Skyward Sword Master Mode, which is always fun. But that will be completely up to you guys. You know, if you guys liked it, you know, felt the same way I did, and want to see more, just make it a harder game. Something for you guys to get a kick out of. But, you know, right now we are 15 minutes in. And so, how does she look? She looks great. You know. So, we're handling our emotional interactions with Zelda here. And then there's Gipora. That's Zelda's dad. Well, Oh Hello Father kind of gave that one away. But it's encouraging to see you up so early given your capacity for sleep. Wow. It's like a really, really sharp and pointy compliment. It's not very nice. But, you know, could be worse. Alright. Doubt. Yeah. Basically gotta be in perfect control of your bird. Which I gotta tell you guys, having played through once before, using this guy, or using the non-motion controls on the Switch Lite, or just using your Joy-Con attached to your Switch in handheld mode, it makes a lot of stuff a bit easier. Like, you know, your sword strikes are a little more accurate, you know, because you just move the stick in the direction you want, and whoosh, or wheep. So, I have noticed that it was really nice, really smooth. But we're going to go ahead and we're just going to keep going. Just keep rolling on through. And you gotta love it, since they don't use talk. You just it's funny. Yes. So anybody who's never played this game before, Link is the rare recipient of the Crimson Loftwing. It's the only red Loftwing in the game. You know, kind of like when you're playing Breath of the Wild and Epona is the only perfect horse. It's kind of like that. We're getting a little bit of backstory from Gipora about Link's first interactions with his Loftwing. And it sounds like he had no issue. You know. And yet, for some reason, it looks like he's confused. Alright. And honestly, playing through this in the HD version, it reminds me a lot of what they did with Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time 3D. Like, just some of the basics were just way more amped up. Yeah, way more amped up. And by amping them up the way they did, it changed so much. Because you never know what to, what you're gonna get. So, like, you'll notice the fingers that they did with the 64 game is they were basically just blocks with like a thumb, and they actually went through and like separated off a finger to where it looks like a hand. And they did the same thing here with like Gippora's hands. You know, his fingers are much more obvious that they're fingers for a hand. So now without any warning or any information, you're basically just being pushed off a cliff, so into the sky, just off Skyloft. So, anybody who's ever thought, gosh, I wonder what a 30-minute game would be like, there you go. Hey, I'm the hero. Gone. But, we all know that Skyward Sword HD, Ocarina of Time, 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, these are all long games. Ooh. Mmm. When you realize the guy's bird isn't going to show up and you're kind of just watching him fall and you're like, maybe he needs a bird. But luckily she went and found me, picked me up. Yeah, that's something. So now we're going to find out what happened. Yeah, so here we go. So basically they're admitting that something's wrong. And by admitting something's wrong, they're basically saying, hey, you gotta find your bird. Because even though Zelda made it sound like she was waking Link up so early, he does like two things, goes and talks to her, and all of a sudden it's time. So it seems like Link probably... He probably had no intention. Even though, he loves flying, he loves this whole thing. If he was planning on still being asleep, then chances are he would have slept through the entire competition. Alright. So, Zelda saved my keister. Even though she's the one who pushed me off the edge in the first place. But now we need to go and talk to essentially one of the teachers, Orwell. I just saw him. Grease's bird was chasing after your feather. Aha. Alright, so it sounds like the guy I was talking about, Groose. It sounds like that Groose feller is causing trouble. So now we're going to go find Groose, and we're going to ask him You know, like buddies. Hey, what'd you do with my birdie boo? And because he's such an honest gent, he's gonna tell us anything we want to know. Probably not. That's not usually how that works. Dash roll into a tree and help me out. Hey, look at that. A bug. A sky stag beetle. And $5. Now, I don't know about you guys, but $5 is still $5. We got some butterflies. Stamina fruit grow like everywhere. So we've got admittance that my bird is in a bind somewhere. Oh, yeah. How long you been standing there? Because we heard him talking about it. We're gonna be pretty direct. You got my bird, give him back. Of course, we just heard him talking about it, but now he's got no idea. Alright, that weird, like, you right there are doing bad stuff. Oh, you saw those eyes? Bloop.
No. Oh.
That's funny. I don't know about anybody else, but that stuff's hilarious. And so we've got the thought process of a character and the characters themselves saying, "Oh yeah, we totally did this." Kind of like when we know the story, but they don't know the story yet. We're finding out the story ahead of time. All right, so now I gotta find Birdie Bird. All right. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so that looks like that was a pre-situation. Of course, everybody in town's chit-chatting, of course. And the way Zelda games work is they kind of... I don't want to say they block you in. Ooh, a heart. Woohoo! But they do. They sort of block you in, at least until you solve some of the main puzzles. And after they solve that main puzzle, then they're like, oh, okay, you get it, so we don't have to babysit you. And that group. Oh, gotta go check something out. I was gonna say that group of people, you know, kind of guiding you to your main objectives, or your primary objectives for the beginning of games, is actually not really that uncommon. So let's talk to this guy, Pippet. So you used to, like I said, so Pippet has been identified as Pippet. So above his box, right here. Nope, right up there. It shows that his name is Pippet. Yeah, it's Pippet. And so this is Fledge, and of course, see, boom, Fledge right there. And of course, he feels bad because he's kind of a wimp, and Groose and them pick on him a lot. And they basically threatened to hurt him if he didn't keep the secret. Alright. So that's the waterfall. Right here is a waterfall cave. And if you remember Wind Waker, there was a section where you had to cut down trees in order to get to your first place. And I'm pretty sure that this is the same way, so we want to talk to this guy. This is Aegis. Aegis is awesome because he's the guy that teaches you everything with your sword to begin with. And, you know, especially if you've never played with motion controls, or you've never played with a sword stick. You know, he helps with that. Alright. So now we've got a sword. See, look at that. There's a sword sideways. Sideways, up and down. Up and down. Always remember to ZL an enemy, and we're going to get in some good practice before we go looking for the bird. And as you can see, each one of these is set up a specific way. That was a diagonal. That one's a stab. This is the opposite side diagonal, horizontal, or vertical. Wow, horizontal. So, yeah, we want to do the spin attack. Everybody knows about Link's spin attack. Alright. Oh no! And that's left, right, and spin attack. Alright. That's up, down, up, and you'll jump. Alright. Oh. So now we tried to sneak out with it. Alright. He's got a keys drawn on there. And we've got a pretty good idea of how the sword works, I think. You know, right? Yeah. So, Fledge, Groose, the two guys that were with Groose, Zelda, you know, they all want to become the knights. But until you win or pass the trial, which happens to be this race, kind of a big deal. Yeah, you got this little island, just island in the sky, with all kinds of other floating islands. Like, that's not unusual at all. Nobody questions, like, floating rocks. But this is a Zelda game, so there could be a talking squirrel, and it would be totally sensible. Okay, so I was right. I do see those guys. Hey. Alright. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our way in. And of course, once you cut something or damage the wood to like 100%, we keep our sword ready. Oh, bats. Well, Keese. Keese is the name of the bats here. And there's $1, a 1 rupee. There's a 5. Oh, there's a goobob. Basically just a slime. If you are familiar with Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest, then slimes are not unusual to you. Alright, so we're going to keep moving. And like I said, I'm not sure if they pop up now, but once you actually sort of start the actual game, you know, monsters and things in nature will release monster parts, which is another thing that we see in Breath of the Wild. So with the monster parts, you can upgrade items that you receive later. Oh, and Zelda's coming in. See, she's such a good friend. Like, just in general. You know, even without the story, even without the monsters and everything else, she is just an awesome friend. You know, she's got her own stuff to worry about, but she's like, no, I'm going to help you find your bird. Like, you know, one could argue that, you know, maybe there's romanticism there, maybe there's emotion there. But, you know, they can't have Zelda and Link have the same relationship every time they tell the story. So this was definitely an interesting take, showing that they were what appeared to be emotional. You know, so she got distracted for a moment, but told me that we need to keep going. There's a jump spot. Oh, and there he is. Look at that. Stuck my bird in a cave. And not even a big cave, like an itty bitty little cave. And using the motion controls, we're gonna, or not motion controls, using the thumbstick controls, we're gonna release this awesome bird back into the wilds. And I think saving the Loftwing is going to finish up our Let's Play. You know, we didn't really get into anything really big, but you have to start somewhere. So, as soon as we get a chance, we will get ourselves to a bird statue. Get our game saved. Now, this game also has something new that the old game didn't have. The old game used to ask you every time you do something, so like right after this is done, it'll say, do you want to save? It used to do that. Now, there's an autosave feature, and autosave is pretty cool. Because, you know, you might forget something and not think about it, and forget to save. But instead of that happening, it automatically saves your data, and you're good to go. You know. But as always, you know, your Bearded Dynamo wants to thank you guys for tuning in to our first Skyward Sword Let's Play. You know, Godfall Let's Play is available as well. We're going to be working on the next episode very, very soon. But we do have, you know, a few of those episodes available. Plus this one will be available a little bit later in this day. You know, I want to thank you guys. I couldn't do it without you guys. You know, and it's more than just a game. It's more than just playing a game. You know, to me, it's sharing my passion, and you know, others who are also passionate jumping in as well, and you know, maybe taking my recommendations and picking a game up. Maybe watching me play a game and enjoying it, something like that. And then down on the D-pad, summons your Loftwing to you now that it's free. And it's left stick, left right stick nothing, left stick, left right left, X nothing. But so I guess we're gonna do the basics. You want to speed up, gain altitude, and then drop. And A flaps your wings. And of course you do have the right D-pad option, which will allow you to kind of see controls. And so B slows you down, X charges, so B you basically stop. Alright, so we're going to go give good news, let them know we found the bird, let them know the bird's good to go. And like I said, we're not going to be doing the race this time around. Alright, so she's going to go let her dad know that everything's cool.
No!
Oh, here's Groose. Right, this guy's all about, like, infatuation with Zelda, but he's getting mad at me because I'm friends with her. Oh boy. Yeah, he realized he just goofed. Special moment. Alright. Let's finish this up. Yeah. Pulling off all the dangerous moves. Psh. It's like there's like 3 moves a bird does, and he's like, oh, I'm doing all the dangerous moves. Yeah. And the guy going up and down, left and right, and spinning. Just dashing. So complicated. And of course, Link's great.
Hey!
Oh. Okay, so it looks like we are doing the race. Yeah, so it looks like part 1 is going to be quite a bit longer than I had initially planned. Because we're throwing in the race. No big deal, I'm totally cool with it. As long as you guys are cool with it. Okay. Rules. Okay, yellow bird, statue, dash, dive, mount the bird, call your bird promptly, catch the bird, claim the statue. I think we're good. Win the race. Catch the bird, get the statue. See, and this is what they said when they put out Skyward Sword originally, it was the 25th anniversary, so 10 years ago. Still really cool. The lovely Zelda.
Cool. Hey!
Alright.
Hey!
That's alright. We've already gotten on our bird, we're good to go. Of course, they all got to magically start earlier. And of course, anybody who's never noticed this before, these 3, their birds actually have like their hairstyles like match. It's like the Groose bird looks like Groose, and yeah, came in sideways, intercept path. Like, what? And she's just like, yo, what's up? Boom, I'm gonna jump. And, what if you didn't catch me? Like, there is that thought, what if Link hadn't caught her? Make the game a lot shorter there as well. I mean, granted, she didn't whistle, but her bird's totally there. It's like, I'm not gonna argue semantics. It's like, you gotta make sure you call your bird, but she just jumped off and just landed on you, and the bird was right there. Alright. Gotta offer the bird statue. The music in this game is fantastic. Now, of course, we're not, we're not advertising the music. We are merely advertising the game and all the cool stuff that you can do. And let's see. So, motion controls and controller controls. 60 frames instead of 30. Honestly, if I remember correctly, the original game was at like 480p. And I think this one plays in either 720 or 1080. I haven't actually like typed it in to check. But it does look amazing. And my capture software is saying 60 frames at 1080p, so it might be. It might be. Alright, we just received a really, really nice sailcloth. And it smells nice, too. Alright, no goofing. Alright. So he basically promised to win. Not even knowing what the other guys were capable of, he was just like, I'm gonna win. Sailcloth, win a race, top of a statue. It's a pretty clear indication about what's gonna happen next. But the circle. So we've made it into the circle, and we're finishing this part up. And she's so excited. And so of course, Link's excited too. He's a sucker for Zelda, she's like his best pal. And I can't even blame him either, she helped him find the bird, she helped him take care of his problems. Like, she was there the whole time, and it really, really shows just how close-knit that they design these groups to be, And it's wild. It's really, really, really something else. And so what we're gonna do is this is the only time we're ever gonna do this. This is a skip point. Basically, a tornado has occurred, and Zelda has basically fallen beneath the clouds, and Link is having a hard time because he doesn't know what's going on, and he's got this like mystical, creature that's shown up and is like, "Hey, what's up? Something's going down." And see, there we've got this mysterious entity that, of course, Link can't do much about, It's because if you look, no matter how fast I run, this thing, one, it passes through objects, and it's really fast. So Link's kind of outmaneuvered here. Even no matter how hard we try, no matter how good our skill is, we can't seem to get it. However, I do need to take a step over here, and we're gonna go ahead and hit the save option, and we're gonna save it in a new file, and we're gonna go ahead and get saved, and the game is now saved. So welcome back. I really hope that you guys enjoyed part 1 of the new Let's Play series with Skyward Sword HD on the Nintendo Switch. As always, I ask, like, subscribe, and comment down below. I can't wait to hear from you guys. And If you want to stay in with the Bearded Dynamo, make sure you hit the bell notification icon down below. Now, if you watched the video but thought, well, this wasn't really my thing, don't worry. I completely understand. All I ask is that if you know somebody that will like it, or might like it, go ahead and share it with them so they can take a look too. And as always, again, I am your Bearded Dynamo. Same beard time, same beard channel, with the content you crave. You guys take it easy. See you at part 2.